let's get more intimately acquainted with the audience,
okay.
maybe. Why don't we... well, actually, you know what we should do before that? We should bring out somebody that we tend to wait too long before we bring out. I'm sure a lot of you people came here to see him. Let's bring out Spencer Crittenden.
Holy shit. Can anyone holy shit. Am I audible? Holy shit.
Yeah,
okay, now I can hear me.
It's kind of actually hard to...
Aaron Hillis, everybody! Aaron Hillis! Aaron Hillis.
It's actually... this is definitely the classiest joint we've ever done a show.
Yeah.
Like it felt when the curtain came up. Was there a curtain?
Yeah, a curtain came up.
And it felt like there was going to be a Cheers reunion.
Yeah.
And the audience was like, "Yay!" And then we were like, "I don't know what to do." I was like, "Okay, Gilbert, if you want to go out," and you're like, "Yeah, absolutely, sure, sorry, okay, yeah."
See, that's the way I plan out my whole career, and it shows.
I gotta say, man, I'm so glad this is contrived. I'm so glad to be in New York City.
See, he knows what he's doing.
I'm building. I'm not just saying that. I'm building to something here. I'm so glad to be in New York City because I can talk shit about Canada now. We were just, you know, Dan knows, we were just in Canada not too long ago, and you can't talk shit about Canada to Canadians. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can't. And
why?
So they get bummed out about it. It's sad. And not even in a funny way. But, you know, like, okay, so we were flying to Canada, and we had to declare customs forms. Have anyone dealt with this? Yeah, no, just me. Okay, yeah. They make you fill out this form. They make you fill it out. They don't tell you beforehand you're going to fill it out. They make you fill it out, but then they don't have any pens on the plane.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You travel a lot.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And then...
I definitely agree that's fucked up. That thing with the pens in Canada and the fact that David Duchovny, a beloved television star, is dying of the Ebola virus.
Well, I feel like you're being disingenuous.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an international traveler, aren't you?
See, a lot of times gay people years ago were called international travelers.
Continentals. We've only done like an eighth of the show. We can't just do callbacks for the next 7/8 of the show.
You obviously aren't familiar with me. I could do a series out of it.
But this customs thing, like, for real, I'm not kidding.
It's the Ebola of the North.
See, it still worked.
They bring the fucking cards and they don't bring a goddamn lump of coal to fill it out with.
The guy who gives you forms, you ask him for pens. He's like, yeah, I got pens, but they're loaned out. I'll come back. And then he never comes back. You never see that guy again. And then you land and there's still no pens and you can't get past the border without filling this thing out. Like, or not the border, you get the idea. But then you can't ask for pens. Dustin, he went to the, presumably the lady with pens, and asked if he could have a pen, presumably because he saw she had extra pens. And she said, no, I'm sorry. That's it. Upon being pressed, she's like, no, I'm not allowed to give out pens. You're not allowed to give out the pens required for the form you have to fill out to enter the country? But also, why, everything else aside, why can't you give out pens? What's that gonna harm? They cost 2 cents? Like, it's an entire country. You can't buy 300 pens? I mean, they're not at war with everybody. They have money lying around, right?
They're certainly saving money on, like, missiles and stuff.
Yeah. And pens are cheaper than missiles.
I have a. If I could tell an airline story that I'm afraid is going to turn some of our listeners off.
I thought that was going to happen to this situation. It's all upper crust problems, but they're engaging problems.
Who's that character? They're engaging problems.
Sometimes I have warmth.
I have an unengaging, alienating, horrible
See, that
problem.
was very sinister, the way he said engaging.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was spooky. He's like a master of horror over here, if you know what I mean.
It wasn't in...